Hello friends, welcome back to this tutorial series. This is part 17, and in this part we will be creating and finishing the register component. So like I said, the register component will be similar to the login form. So I'm going to copy the same code and paste it here. So it's a little bit of markup, so I thought of copying it instead of typing all these things manually. And this is from the bootstrap snippets. Okay, so let me just show you here. This is the URL. I already shared it in the login forms description, video description. However, I also share it in this description as well. Make sure you copy the HTML from the main section and rename this main to div that I did, and change this typo to container. Also copy the CSS. I copied it from my form till the end and paste it in your CSS or SCSS file, the component SCSS file. I'll go here. So this is the markup. So you see, I renamed the login form from main to div, and this is the container. Here, simply I gave the header the name of register, and everything is same. So it's email address, and the password. So I need to change this email address to username, I believe, because that's something my backend is expecting. Okay, so let me do that. Let me rename this. This should be username, and let me open my Postman so that I can verify what was the actual name or actual attribute name that it was expecting. So in my to do maker register user, the body. Okay, so it got changed. But here you see it's username and password, so I'm expecting it should be the same here in the register method as well. You can verify that from the to-do API. Okay, new window. Just give me a sec. So you see, okay, so the register DTO here is expecting a username and password. Okay, so that's about it. Let me close this. I don't need it. Username and password. This is fine. And I also need to wrap this form tag with and give it a name, register form. This is a template variable, and I'll bind it to the ng form directive. And the ng submit method will be calling my register user, and I'm going to pass the register form here. I'm getting a red underline because the function does not exist in my TypeScript at this moment. But that's all right. In the input, I'll add the ng model directive and put it here as well. And for the button, I will bind the disabled property with registration form dot invalid. So if my form is invalid, simply disable the button. And it's the primary button. Okay. So let's create this method. I'll be using the IDE's feature to create method automatically in the uh, TypeScript file. There we go. And first, I'll check if registration form is invalid. If that is invalid and you manage to come here or hit the button somehow using the developer tools, will still be getting nothing. If that's not the case, I want to extract the username and password from register form dot value. Okay, let's log it. Username, comma, space, and password. Let's see if that works. Save the changes. I go to my terminal, type npm start. I think my server got stopped. So just give it a few seconds to compile the project, and then we will see how the form looks like in the front end. I can open the browser here and go to the URL. Okay, compiled successfully. There we have a login form. If you click register, my registration form, and this says email address. I need to change the label to, let's say, username. Save. There we go. Now, if I send this data, so my button becomes enabled. I hit sign up and check my console on the browser, of course. The Mario and the password. Perfect. So what next? The next thing is to send this details to my API. This dot I don't have the API service injected here. Let's inject that first. API service, and here we'll call this dot API service dot. Don't have a register method, do we? No, we don't. Let's create the method first. Okay, we have login, logout, and just after the login, we'll create register, and this will take the username of type string and the password of type string. Well, I did not create the confirm password field because the password will be the same, and the user should be able to type the same password. So there is no point of asking the user to type in the same password twice. So he should be capable enough to type the correct password, right? And this register method will go to my API URL. This is this. So return this dot API, HTTP dot post. I'll use the template string. So this dot API URL forward slash, I think it's auth and then register, auth register, and you need to provide a body. Body will be my username and password. So let's see the response once we get it. So I'll call this method now, register, username, password, okay, and I'll subscribe to it just for the time being, and we'll log it to the console. Okay, let's see. Save the changes, go back to the browser, and give it a different username, because if you give it the same name, it'll give you an error here. See, it's an error. It says error post error message. Do we have a message here? It says connection refused. I think I'm going to the wrong endpoint. Let me check the endpoint name. I go to my project again. Let's keep that open. Okay. So auth controller is the register. Okay, register method only. And I expect the user. Okay. Also something went wrong. Let's catch the error in our front end here. Error log console.log error dot save the changes, go back, sign up, unknown error. So let's try with a different name, Mario's. If you get anything, oh, okay. I think the server is not running. Oh yeah, npm run server dev. Oh, sorry, it's start dev. Come on. And there we go. Perfect. Server is running. Minimize this. Type Mario, and you should see Mario got created. Perfect. I hit sign up again. I have another Mario. This is strange. So here in my registration method, okay, I'm not doing any checks here. So let's do a check. Const found user was to await this dot uh, repo dot find one, and the condition is username. If found user, that means I got an user already present. So throw new bad request exception, user name already taken, or else we do this, all of it. Okay, so let me go to my database viewer here and delete the second entry uh, of Mario. That's my admin database. Nest.js. Let me check. Yeah, Nest.js. So under users, view data, we have three Marios. Let's delete these two and delete rows, save. Okay. Now, if you go to the front end and try to sign up with Mario again, hit sign up, there's bad request. And here in our front end, and it's this one, we are logging the error message. Now you can try to log it, sign up with Mario's. Hit sign up, get the user, sign up again, get an error. The only thing left here is to uh, clear the form. So this dot register not this register form dot reset. That's it. Save the changes. Now hit Mario's sign up, and you should do this here as well. And we should be throwing this dot. We don't have the toaster, so we'll show the toast notification in the service. Let's do it here using the pipe method. Catch error is an operator from RxJX, right? This dot toast dot error dot, and this will be HTTP error, right? HTTP error response, the errors message. Don't we need a title, and for the options, I'll say timeout is 1 second. Save the changes. What does it say? Let's suppress this. And let's check the front end. Mario's sign up, bad request. So I'm hitting here, bad request. Change it to internal server exception and try again. battery. So this is all about my registration. And if I go to login, try to log in with Mario's, hit login, works. Okay. In the next video, we will be working on the on this to do component, and we'll create a form here so that I can create new to dos. And that should be the end of this tutorial. And we'll also see how to update the statuses and delete the to do from in that part only. Till then, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.